Hello. That's right, that's how I do my intro now. Blame Twitch for that. I stream to Twitch now, did you know? Links in the description. Welcome to my channel update. On most of my channels, I did the channel update yesterday. But yesterday, here on Ibeza Sims Games, we got straight back into it with some WWE Day 1 match simulations. Using them as sort of soft predictions for what WWE 2K believes will happen, or would happen at the pay-per-view, as it's now in the past. But yeah, so I didn't do my channel update here yesterday like I did on most of my other channels, which by the way you'll be able to get to them on the end screen. There'll be cards taking you to those, because I'm only going to talk about Ibeza Sims Games here. If you're interested in my other channels, go watch the update on that channel, so I'm not keeping everyone hostage for like 45 minutes talking about 3/4 of the stuff they don't care about. I figured that was the fairest way to do it. So yeah, here's the channel update. What's going to be happening on Ibeza Sims Games going forward? Well, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. So obviously yesterday set the tone a little bit. There's going to be match simulations when there's a pay-per-view, especially WWE ones, because you know the AEW game isn't out yet. But potentially New Japan as well, depending on the card. Like tomorrow, I should have some Wrestle Kingdom match simulations, because I have Fire Pro. What's the game called? It's not Fire Pro Wrestling, is it? But I can't remember what its proper name is. But I have Fire Pro, and that has a lot of New Japan guys on. So hopefully I'll be able to do a few of the matches simulated on there. I don't know, I haven't recorded it yet, so it's a mystery to me as well as you at this point. But we'll all find out tomorrow, so happy days. I'll find out before tomorrow, but details. But the point is, I'll be doing match simulations when there's a card coming up that I can do match simulations for. And I'm not going to do it all on WWE 2K20 and download cars. I'm not going to do it on modded versions of games, because for some reason that always feels to me like not kayfabe, if that makes any sense at all. So Roman Reigns has whatever as an overall because the team at WWE 2K analysed how he was doing and decided he fits this place in the pecking order, and everyone has been decided by the same team of people, so it's consistent. Whether it's exactly accurate or not, it's consistent with one team of people's opinion. When you start downloading cars, should Kenny Omega have a higher overall or lower overall than Roman Reigns? Well, that is a matter of opinion, so it would depend on which car I download. Someone would have given him 100, and someone might have given him a bit below Roman Reigns, and some of them might have given him a bit above Roman Reigns, some of them might have given him the same as Roman Reigns. Some people might hate Kenny Omega and give him like a 62 overall. It's all very subjective, which granted the original overall ratings are as well, but cars, it's one person who isn't in the original team making that judgment call. So I feel like it wouldn't be fair to use cars. It's just a thing for me personally. You might disagree with that, you might think there's no harm in doing it. Same with mods, like there's an AEW No Mercy mod which looks a lot of fun. My good friend WrestleMania plays on that, go check him out. But for me personally, again, that is someone has put those wrestlers in, so it's that person has dictated how those match simulations go instead of the game as an entity. You know, I know the game is made by people, but the game becomes an entity that's been worked on by the same consistent team of people, so it becomes its own sort of opinion in a way. Anyway, I've waffled enough about that. The point is, I won't be doing AEW ones until the AEW game comes out, which I have no idea when they plan that at the moment. I didn't look it up. But New Japan, if there's any matches that I can do on Fire Pro, there will be match simulations. WWE, I would imagine most pay-per-views there'll be matches I can do on the latest game, so I'll be doing those. So match simulations will be returning. It's the very short version of that very long ramble. But I have committed to uploading daily on every channel, so I need content in between. And by the way, I am open to suggestions from people. Drop your suggestions in the comments. Doesn't have to be wrestling related. This is not a wrestling channel. It's just going to feel an awful lot like one in the early days while I'm trying to figure out what the hell else I can put on. And also, just while I'm... So I've got a little bit of a project going on called Unfinished Business. Across all of my social media, all my YouTube channels, my Twitch, everything. And one of the things that I did start on a different channel, granted, but I'm going to continue over here because it fits better here, is WWE 2K Dream Matches. So over on Facebook, in a few groups that I'm in, people listed dream matches they would like to see, and I was like, "Oh, I could do that. I could do simulations of them. That's like the next best thing, isn't it?" And I thought that'd be interesting content for Eraser Sims games. You know, it'll get you. I mean, I'm gonna pluck one out of thin air, but I do happen to know this is one I'm going to be doing because it's been requested. Who would win AJ Styles versus Shawn Michaels? We're probably never going to see it in real life, and if we do, it probably be disappointing because Shawn Michaels is, you know, an old man now. And his last match, he probably shouldn't have come out of retirement for. So, you know, it's probably not something we're going to see in real life. And even if it is something we could see in real life, as long as we haven't, or we haven't seen it often, or in a WWE ring, or as long as it still feels like it's qualifiable as a dream match, I'll still do it. So basically, all the days where I don't have a specific event to do match simulations for, I'm going to be doing a WWE 2K Dream Match. I say 2K, some of the matches, basically, if someone suggested it, I tried to find a game that has everyone involved in it, and if I could, I did it. If I couldn't, obviously I didn't. Again, the car rule, I'm not downloading cars for this, I'm using real game characters. So, for example, I know one of them's been done on the Legends of WrestleMania game, which will be interesting to drop back into that. There's one that's going on No Mercy. That was the last, and actually, fun fact, only game that both of those wrestlers were on, but we'll get to that when we get to it. A lot of them on WWE 2K20 and 2K19, because there's a lot of legends involved in the modern 2K games, so that's always a good thing to help with that. 2K16, I'm just going through mine now, because I have noted what game I'll be doing them on. 2K18/2K14, I haven't decided yet, depends on how I do that one. 2K17, pretty much all the wrestling games are going to get represented at some point, I would imagine. But that's sort of the point. There's going to be a nice variety of how it looks as well, which is fun, like an aesthetic difference, you know, different games with different graphics. So it's not always going to be the same. But as I've said, this is not a wrestling channel. This is a game simulation channel. So if you can think of anything I can do on any video game where I'm not controlling the outcome. So these will all be computer versus computer matches on the wrestling games. Obviously, that's what a match simulation is. But sports games usually have the option to let both teams be controlled by a computer. So I was thinking, obviously not in January, but later in the year, of doing the FIFA World Cup on FIFA 22. But they've got like no international teams on FIFA 22. They've taken loads out. I think they've got like 30 teams. So the odds of them being the right teams that are in the World Cup is pretty low. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I might just have to simulate any matches I can. You know, as like almost one-offs, a series of one-offs instead of a series. Which would be a shame. But stuff like that could be fun. But any suggestions, let me know in the comments. Absolutely. I did mention that I'm trying to upload daily. I want to talk a little bit about that real briefly if I can. Which is, I have committed on social media to posting to every social media I am responsible for every single day in 2022. And the way I've committed to that is if I miss a post. So, for example, if I don't upload a video here on Eraser Sims Games on a specific day, I would have to put £1 in the pot. If I don't upload to any of my YouTube channels, well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is ridiculous, that I'm responsible for, so I would have to put £6 in for that day. If I also didn't post on one of my Instagram accounts on that day, because yes, I have more than one of them as well, because again, I'm ridiculous, that would then be £7 that day, and so on and so on. So every day I have to upload £1 per medium that I miss per day for the entire year. It goes into a kitty. The end of the year, that's going to charity. I figured out that could be as high as £7,665, I think. I keep quoting that number. I actually don't know if it's right, but I know it was over £7.5 grand when I worked it out. And I'm quoting the same wrong number everywhere if it's wrong, so it's all good. But it's going to be rough. It's not going to be that because, hey, you're listening to this, so I'm already chipping away at that total. But what it means is I either upload regularly and give you guys content that you presumably want because you're here right now listening to this, or I give money to charity. It's win-win in my opinion. Not for me, not for my bank, but But for everyone else, and for me in the sense that it should encourage me to upload more regularly and get more content out, which is what I want to do, presto, what a solution, eh? So I'll be providing regular updates on social media about how much is in the kitty, how much, you know, I'll probably do it monthly. Like at the end of January, I'll probably post on every social media I have, this is how much is in the kitty. You know, like I missed this many pieces of content. So I owe charity, let's just pluck a number out of thin air, £42 for January. So that's it, you know. I won't give it then, because I feel like giving £42 in January, then £28 in February, then £13 in March, and then £100 in April because I have a wobble. And, you know, I feel like that's pointless. I feel like it'd be much better to just gather it up. What I'll probably do is put it in a separate bank account, so I have the money at the end of the year. But I'll keep it all, and then at the end of the year, I'll be like, hey, here's your terrifying £700 donation that I can't afford, you know, or whatever it is. I think that would be the best way to do it. So that's what we're gonna do. Anyway, I have kept you for long enough. I appreciate you coming back. It's been a while since I've uploaded anywhere on YouTube, to be honest, but I do appreciate you sticking around. If you're new here, thank you for coming and checking me out. Please do subscribe. Loads of content going to be coming, and I'm open to suggestions. So if there's anything you've ever wondered, hey, who'd win a football match between Barnsley and, I don't know, someone in the French second league? You know, two teams that are never going to play each other. Maybe friendlies, but it won't be televised. You know, pre-season friendlies. I don't know. Like, then ask me to do it on FIFA. You know, like, and don't ask me for that unless that's actually something you've wondered. But, you know, I'm giving examples. It can be ridiculous. It doesn't have to be sports-based either. If you can think of something like, hey, can you check out what would happen if you left this to happen on this game? I know that's super vague, but as an example, if you fail a mission where you've got a partner with you on GTA and they get out your car and start walking off, you curious what happens to them? Should I follow them? Because although I'm playing the game, as in I'm moving a character around, I'm basically a glorified cameraman. I'm not affecting the outcome of what happens on the screen. So, you know, something like that could count, for example. So, yeah, any suggestions that you wish to put forth, I will at least consider. And if I won't do your suggestion, I'll probably reply to your comment and let you know why I don't think it'll work, or why I can't do it, or whatever. So, you know, just leave suggestions. Oh, where was I? Leave a like, have I said that? I don't know. I've taken up far more of your time than I planned to be honest, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to do my traditional YouTube outro because I don't have an outro on Twitch. But yeah, come check me out on Twitch. I'm probably streaming right now if you're watching this as this video went up. So come check me out. And if I'm not live when you come check me out, drop a follow. And Twitch will tell you when I am next live, so isn't that lovely? That's like my main thing. And that's something I feel guilty about, is letting YouTube slide after so many years. So I want YouTube to be an equally main thing, but Twitch is still very much prominent this year for me. So do come check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun hanging out with you guys and talking to you as I play games, instead of playing games on my own, talking to myself and then uploading it and then waiting for you to maybe comment, letting me know what you think. It's a bit more detached. So I do really enjoy the live streaming side of things. Anyway, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been Ibeza, you've been amazing, and I will see you next time.